Hey guys, what is up? So Trisha Paytas, they came out with a video called Addressing Things, which was predictable. And let's just get right into this whole entire mess. So Trisha Paytas went on Keemstar's podcast called Mom's Basement. And if you don't know, Keemstar and Ethan Klein have a huge beef. And if you would have asked me, what would be the biggest thing Trisha Paytas could do to piss Ethan Klein off? This would be like the number one thing. Go on Keemstar's podcast or do a collaboration with Keemstar. Anyways, Trisha starts off the video by saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe Ethan's fandom, how they have so much hatred towards me, they're the worst. Already insinuating that no, it can't be that we are mad at Trisha for her actions. No. We are mad at Trisha because we are huge fans of Ethan Klein and Gila and H3H3. That is why it has nothing to do with Trisha's actions. Trisha goes on to say that the reason why they went on Mom's Basement is because they were afraid of Keemstar's fandom. They were afraid of H3H3's fandom because both of them have so much hatred towards them. Trisha was like, I want to have a conversation. I did it with Gabby Hanna. I did it with Ethan. So Trisha was like, you know what? This is the best route I can take to get on Keemstar's podcast and to really have an open conversation. What's so hilarious about this is that Trisha tries to convince us that this is their job. This is what they have been doing for years and years and years. Trisha even admits, not even like a minute into the video, even if you just play the video for a minute, Trisha automatically admits that this is what they do for a living. They get into drama and all that jazz. But then follows it up by complaining that after 48 hours, Ethan then made a hit video on Trisha and how Ethan attacked Callie, Trisha's sister. And I'm like, okay, so it wasn't about Ethan, but then talks about all the things Ethan did to them. And Trisha also addresses the whole Ryland having Jeffree Star on Ryland's podcast. If you don't know, Trisha was friends with Shane Dawson and Ryland is Shane's fiance. And Trisha did not like it at all when Jeffree Star went on Ryland's podcast. And now Trisha's response to all this is that, no, I didn't like it, but I'm also not in a cult. You know, they're not in a cult, so they can do whatever it is that they want to do, and I can do whatever it is that I want to do. I'm not in a cult. I can't tell people what to do. So that is Trisha's defense with all this, is that they are not in a cult. Trisha even brings up the fact that when they went on Tana's podcast, no one gave Tana any shit. Tana's friends with David Dobrik, buying David's house and all that jazz, and no one gave Tana shit. But the moment that Trisha's sitting next to a man, Keemstar, all of a sudden people want to give Trisha shit. And this is so stupid to me. I don't even think Trisha believes what they are trying to sell us here. Because Trisha's willing to use any argument that sounds fitting to make Trisha look good in this whole entire situation. Trisha knows good damn well this has nothing to do about gender. This has nothing to do about Trisha sitting next to a man talking. This has everything to do that Trisha sat next to a man, Ethan Klein, for months doing a podcast together, and this same man had beef with Keemstar till this day. This same man is the reason why Ethan and his channel got suspended for a week, okay? So Trisha knows this, but once again, Trisha is using anything that she can as a defense to make Trisha look better. Another thing that's very interesting is that Trisha really dives into how her sibling uploaded this TikTok that was deleted within an hour or so. And Trisha knows the moment Callie uploaded that TikTok about the 5%, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a complete playlist of videos titled Trisha Paytas Quitting Frenemies, right? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch all that. But the moment Callie uploaded that 5% video or TikTok, it stays on the internet forever. Trisha is playing dumb to fit her narrative because Trisha goes, I don't understand why Ethan still has that video up attacking Callie when Callie realized what she did was wrong and deleted the video within an hour, and Ethan's fans scared Callie off the internet. And I'm like, okay, can your Callie or you take accountability? I mean, Ethan was responding to Callie, okay? He has every right to do that. And you know what's so strange? Trisha loves to attack Ethan because after this photo was up on the internet, Ethan responded with a tweet, something along the lines of, "This is really sad." Trisha talks about that one line, that tweet Ethan said throughout this whole entire video. How dare Ethan write, "This is really sad"? He knows people are going to attack me. What about the movies that Trisha made on Ethan? And Ethan only made like 1 or 2 videos regarding this. What about the movies? Okay, the saga of videos Trisha made when they quit Frenemies. You know, Trisha doesn't address that. All she says is, well, I deleted it. But guess what? Just because you deleted it, 1, I still have the footage. But 2, it's like, Ethan's allowed to respond. You know, don't take away someone's voice just because you're hurt. Ethan is allowed to respond to this video. Mind you, Trisha made a 42-minute video about Ethan's tweet, and Trisha has every right to do that, okay? I've made like videos about Gabby Hanna's 3-minute video, right? So I understand that, but just know Ethan Klein has the right to respond. Anytime someone is making a video about someone else, they have that right to respond, period.
If we're supposed to be family and stuff like that, you don't do that to my sister. They met my sister. They went to Disney with my sister. Her and my mom welcomed them with open arms at my party. We were like so excited. Like, you don't do that.
Like, you don't do that.
Trisha going on Keemstar's podcast without at least giving Ethan a heads up because you guys are family.
Like, you don't do that.
Talking to Ethan before uploading this video addressing things because you guys are family.
Like, you don't do that.
So make it make sense. And then Trisha goes on to say how they are not friends with Keemstar and how they knew that Keemstar was already friends with Gabby Hanna. So Trisha is not shocked by this. Trisha's like, people kept saying that I'm getting played. And Trisha's like, I already know that Keemstar is friends with Gabby Hanna. And I wanted to note here, because I wrote it here in my notes, that 17 minutes and 26 seconds into the video, I think what's very frustrating about viewers watching this is that, you know, essay and triggered, those terminologies, like there's just a lot of words here that I'm afraid that Trisha's gonna start making these words not meaningful anymore. Now, I'm not saying Trisha hasn't been essay. That's not what I'm saying. So please do not get that twisted. I'm so afraid that these terms are just going to become so meaningless because they're being used when it's like, yes, Gabby Hanna may trigger Trisha because Trisha does dive into Gabby Hanna and how Gabby Hanna triggers them. I just think it's important to discuss that. I think a lot of people use the terminologies like trauma, use the terminologies like gaslighting and triggering way too much that it's going to lose its meaning soon. Trisha then talks about how she does go on Mom's Basement and calls out Keemstar and FaZe Banks. And Trisha also talks about how they talk about an SA on there that happened to them. And Trisha pretty much just ends the video by stating, like, this is me. This has always been me. I'm going to continue to collab. They're going to be that person that's always going to stick up for themselves and blah, 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 blah. Trisha's whole goal throughout this whole entire thing is to create a narrative that fits them, that makes them look good. And as far as Trisha's concerned, if we are upset with Trisha, it's because we are huge fans of H3H3, not because of their actions. And Trisha knows what they're doing. They're not buying what they're selling for a second. Trisha knew the moment that they went on Mom's Basement. Trisha knew that was going to piss Ethan Klein off. Let's be real. So Trisha knows what they're doing. There wasn't even a minute into the video where Trisha admits that this is what they do because they love the drama. They insert themselves in drama. So that's my take on this whole video. I unfortunately, but definitely will be watching Mom's Basement or listening to Mom's Basement. I believe it comes out tomorrow. We will see. Look, Trisha claims they own up to everything when in reality, they love to be a troll. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.